Hi, Tony Selzer here. Welcome to Zipline. You know, one of the most powerful things that I get to do is not only talk to engineers, but talk to inventors, talk to about people who are looking at our world and really figuring out a way how they're going to change that world for the better. And no exception today. I've got Nick Hiner, who's actually a friend, the son of a friend of mine for a long time. And I found out through the grapevine that he was doing something really cool. Rich and Nick are on my show today to talk about Exhale fans. What is Exhale fans, guys?
Well, you know, Tony, Exhale fans is the first truly bladeless ceiling fan in the world. And, you know, Richard and I have been working on this product for about 8 years. It's been a long, road, and we've gone through a lot of development, but it's been exciting. And we've really gone to market in January, February of 2011. We did an Indiegogo launch, which was successful.
Wow.
It was a 30-day Indiegogo launch.
Cool.
We raised $46,000 in 30 days, which was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And it was a good experience. But the bladeless ceiling fan is exciting technology, and we're proud to try to bring it to the world and show people the difference that 125 years can make in ceiling fan technology.
So Nick, now, what was there's always that story, right? There's always that founder story where you were sitting around and you were thinking about, why is this done this way? Or there was a pain from having a bladed fan that you found. You said there's got to be a better way. Talk me through what was that story all about?
Sure. So my wife and I, about 8 years ago, we're sitting around and we're in our new house and we're saying, we really don't like these $50 white ceiling fans that are in the house. And my wife just really hates that air blowing down on her. So
Okay.
we never ran our ceiling fans. And of course, a ceiling fan, if you read any of the research, is wonderful for your HVAC system. I mean, it really reduces the load on your HVAC system.
Sure.
And so I wanted to be able to run the fans,
Okay.
but my wife hated them running. And so I said there's got to be a better way of moving this air so that she doesn't have to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so being a kind of a geek, I was doing some research on Nikola Tesla and playing around with bladeless turbines, which is a really, really neat technology.
Right.
And I said, we can make this blow air rather than spin with air applied. And so that's really where it evolved. And I built some ugly prototypes in the beginning. And I had a horrible looking fan hanging in my living room for about 2 years, just staring at it. My wife was like, "This is better."
Yeah.
And so, it got the mind working, and over time we were able to prototype it, change it, make some fundamental differences to the Tesla technology.
And I think that's a very salient point, to be able to get, because many people have tried to take the Tesla turbine and turn it into a fan and failed miserably. But from an a priori knowledge as well as empirically, we were able to recognize what is now the core of our patent, which is the wide input aperture of the fan, and everyone loves it.
Now, Rich, you got pulled into this, right? When did you get pulled into this vision of making Nick's wife happy?
Way before then,
but Nick and I worked on a number of projects previous to this. We designed and developed a water heater that is non-metallic, using carbon-based polymers. So we've had a working history together.
All right.
And we kind of tend to have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, when one of us thinks of an idea, typically it's, hey, I got to go tell Richard about that.
Cool.
Richard has a good idea. Hey, I got to go tell Nick about that.
Nice.
Because two heads are better than one any day of the week, right?
So you guys pulled this founding team together. You both think you got an idea, but you're engineers, right? And you've got 8 years of passion trying to make something happen. and you're making that evolution into being entrepreneurs. And sometimes that's not the easiest path, as you guys can attest, right? So how's it been? How's that go-to-market, that from ideation to patent to go-to-market venture been?
Go ahead.
Because I've done it before as a 25-year-old, and now I'm a few years older than that.
Now you're 28.
He's hit 25 a few times.
Yeah, that's it. But you have a good idea, you trust in other people, and it winds up turning up bad for you.
Yeah.
The one thing that Nick and I always promise to each other is that we're going to not only share the burden but share the reward equally, and that level of trust is absolutely tantamount.
And it has not been easy. I mean, let's be honest. Anybody that tells you starting a business is easy grew up rich or they're crazy.
Right.
But it's been an exciting time, and we tell each other all the time that education costs money.
Right.
And it has cost us money in starting this business, but we have gotten a huge education in the market. Because he had a service industry. I mean, it was he made a product, but it was a service-based product. This one is a different animal, and we're learning a little bit as we go. But it's exciting to be able to create a product and sell that product and get feedback from the customers and truly make people happy.